everybody, welcome to Storytime again. I'm back with a story called I Wish You More. And this story, let me get my magnifier here. This story is written by, let's see, it says, from New York Times bestselling book creators Amy Krauss Rosenthal and Tom Lichtenfeld. I believe that's how you say that. And this book, I chose this book to read today because it is a form of poetry. And our class, my kindergarten class, if you're in my class, you've been watching and listening, and you've been learning a bit about poems and how to be poets. And so last week we wrote poems called I Am Poems, poems all about us. If you watched my last poetry video, you probably saw that I taught a little bit about how to write a poem that is repetitive in nature. It has a, I love you when you hug me. I love you when you kiss me. So it repeats a line. This one is called I Wish You More, and it's a story, but it's also really written in the form of poetry. And so I want you to hear this, and I want you to listen as you're watching and listening to see if you can find the repetition that you might hear in this book. So it might have a line or two, or even just a few words that are repeated again and again. So there also might be some rhyme, and we've been talking about rhyme, that in poems, if you want to add a little pizzazz to your poem, that there might be some rhyme involved. So let's see how this goes. I'll give you a quick look at the pictures here, and then I will read them. Sometimes I read and then I show the pictures next. This time I think I'll show the pictures and then read what it says. I wish you more ups than downs. Just show it again real quick. More ups than downs. Here's the next page. I wish you more give than take. What do you think that means? More give than take when you look at this picture. Think on that for a minute. I wish you more tippy toes than deep. More tippy toes than deep. To me, that might sound like being able to keep in control of where you're at rather than feeling out of control, maybe. Something's popping up on my screen. There we go. All right, more tippy toes than deep. Here's the next page. I wish you more me. Oh, more we than me. More we than me. Take a look at that picture. That kind of tells me maybe more working together rather than just working alone. I wish you more hugs than Uggs. Take a look at this one. Definitely more hugs than Uggs. I wish you more woohoo than whoa. More woohoo than whoa. Who's doing the woohoo, do you think? The dog or the kid? Or maybe both of them. I wish you more will than hill. There's the picture. More will than hill. More reason to try, I think that might mean. I wish you more can than not. Now this is kind of funny. If you've been listening to my story videos, you might have heard me talk before about wordplay. This this word right here, knot, is spelled K-N-O-T, and that K is silent, and it refers to the knot that she's tying on her shoe. But I think when they wrote the word, when this, the author or the poet wrote these words and wrote, I wish you more can than not. What do you think that means? Is it so much about the shoe? I think it might be more, I can do this, rather than I cannot do this. But that's kind of a play on words, because also the poet was talking about the knot in the shoe. That's kind of funny. I wish you more snowflakes than tongue. What does that mean, more snowflakes than tongue? So much snow that you can't even fit it on your tongue? That's something I love when it's snowy. I wish you more pause than fast forward. Ooh, if you're a kindergartner in my class, I want you to pay such close attention to what this kid is pausing to look at. What is that? Is that a caterpillar? Or a mealworm, perhaps? Thinking it's a caterpillar. And this kid is pausing and not rushing forward. And because he or she is pausing, they're getting to look carefully at that caterpillar. I want you to try to go outside sometime and try to find a place to pause and look. See what you can find too. I wish you more umbrella than rain. Check this out. Check out all that rain. But the umbrella, what does it do? It's protecting that little one. More umbrella than rain. I wish you more bubbles than bath. Ooh, that's fun. More bubbles than bath. I wish you more treasures than pockets. Ooh, raise your hand or give me a little twinkle. This is what we do in our class. If you like to collect treasures too. Have you ever found so many treasures that you didn't have enough pockets to carry them all in? More treasures than pockets. I wish you more stories than stars. I'll check that, make sure I read that right. More stories than stars. And stars are a beautiful thing, aren't they? So having more stories than stars means so many stories. More stories than stars. Look, this one is under their sheets. Do you think they have a flashlight or something? I used to do that. I wish all of this for you because you are everything I could wish for. You are everything I could wish for. And it has this is called an ellipsis. A dot, dot, dot. It means there's more coming. Do you want to see what it says? Because you are everything I could wish for and more. And you know what? That's how I feel about all of you. You're everything I could wish for and more. And I miss you so much. I'm gonna try not to cry. Do you hear that sound in my voice? I'm missing you a lot today and wishing I could be with you. And that's my wish, is that I could be with you. But we're all doing what we can to stay healthy and safe in our homes. And I do wish all of those things for you, wherever you are. So kids in my class, if you were in my class right now, you'd probably, if we were together, you'd probably be popping your hand up and you'd be saying, Sarah, Sarah, that's just like the front. And you are right, look at that. It's very similar to the front at least. There's that hill, there's that little child blowing all the little, are those called dandelions? You think about what that's called. Blowing all those wishes into the air. But did you catch the repetition and the rhyme in that? There was some. Now, every page had something that sounded like this. I wish you more, and then it said a word, then, and then it said another word. Like, I wish you more hugs than Uggs. Let's listen one more time to another one. I wish you more more will than hill. Now this poet did something really cool. They used repetition because they always put on their pages, Amy and Tom always put on their pages, I wish you more blank than blank. And they filled in those two blanks. That's the repetition. That came up on every page in this book, except for the very last page when it changed a little bit. But do you know what else I heard in some of the pages? More will than hill. Give me a thumbs up if that rhymes, will and hill. Yeah. Or, let's see, Uggs, hugs, and Uggs. Is that a rhyme? Oh, yeah. Now listen to this one. I wish you more woohoo than whoa. Woohoo and whoa. Rhyme or not rhyme? That one's not a rhyme this time, even though it has some of the similar letters like W, H, and O in both of those words. That's not a rhyme. So there were some rhymes, and there were some that, like will and hill, were some rhymes. But there were some that weren't. Like, I wish you more can than not. So that's something that I want to challenge you in your poetry to do, is when you're writing a poem, you might try writing a poem, an I wish you more poem, and you might try that repetition line, I wish you more than But you also might try for some rhyme if you want to give yourself an extra challenge. So in my next video, you'll see how I tried to do that with my own I wish you more poem. Okay, see you later.